What's good, guys? It's Hearse back again. This time I'm stopping by with just a video to kind of show off a little bit. Um, One of my favorite comic books out there are the Fantastic Four. I've always liked Fantastic Four. Mr. Fantastic is like one of my, okay, he's my favorite hero. Um, I know he's not a popular choice, but I think he's really underrated. So it's my goal now to basically try to collect a full run. It sounds insane, and basically I had lost all of the comics that I've had from childhood in a house flood. So I am very slowly building everything back up. It's been long, treacherous, tedious thing trying to track down, as much as I can without, investing too much because I don't have a lot of money. So, basically, when uh, the Fox films went bust, I was like, oh, they're stopping making these Fantastic Four comics for a while. Good. This will give me a chance to like catch up or like get focus a little bit on stuff that's not coming out right now. So I feel like that helped a little bit in my catch up game. Obviously, I mean they have over 600, maybe like 600. Yeah, there's probably 700 now, or really close to it, right? So of just the main Fantastic Four, and it's yeah. Don't even get started on like Ultimate Fantastic Four, which I do love and I do want to collect as well, because I mean that's at least finite. I know exactly how many of those there are because they're done with that. But I like the Maker too. The Maker's awesome, and funny story, cut really short. I went to a local comic shop to try to get the first appearance of the Maker, right? And I was like, well, if they have it for like under $50, I'll buy it, but I don't want to pay more than that. And I get there and like the absolute lowest, they have it. It's just in a back issue bin. They have it, but they want $60 for it, and they're like no wiggle room, nothing. $60, and I was like, why is it $60? Like, the Maker's not that cool of a character. And the guy's like, well, people are thinking though that Miles Morales character that debuts in that book is kind of what's gonna be the next big thing, So I was like, yeah, well, I'll wait for it to come back down. What a mistake, right? I mean, trying to find any copy of that first print under $300 is a good deal, right? And like in 2021, which I mean, honestly, it got far and away past even that 300, right? I'm talking like a mid grade you might be able to get for 300, but wow, it's gonna be over 1,000 in no time, I'm sure. Which I have one now, and I barely paid over 300 for it, and it was like pre-pandemic, so I did good. I'm very happy with it. So it's in Sarasota right now, CGC. So yeah, that's kind of a long intro for why I'm here, but welcome officially to Karkom Cards and Comics. I'm not gonna do the song this time. All right, so today, I want to go through a little bit of my Fantastic Four #1 collection, because I mean, I doubt at this point where I'm at now, that I will ever own a Fantastic Four #1 from the 60s, but when the 2018 version came out finally, when Disney started redoing it, they did another number one, and they made like 73 covers to it that I was able to find, and I bought them all. I collected every single cover of Fantastic Four number one from 2018, and I intend to show that in another video. But another thing that I am doing now is they made a sketch cover variant, so a blank with just the logo on it, and I've been asking people to commission it out. Like the first one I did too was just a friend. Right, my nephew went to school with a guy that was drawing all the time, and I was like, he's drawing really great. I love his art. And then later on he moved to Chicago, started working at or for a comic book company, and man, this guy was killing it. I love his stuff. I'm a fan. Like, even if I didn't know him personally, I would still be attracted to his art. It's got like this grit to it that makes it feel like it's a lived-in world, everything that he does. So I appreciate that. Which that is at Damon Drew This on Instagram. So I'll tag him in the bottom. Actually, I'll tag all of the artists for this so you can find them. They're like, I don't know. Some of them I've bought off of eBay. Others I've commissioned myself. But basically, I try to get as many of these as I can. So, and I don't really CGC these per se. So I don't have any currently that are CGC'd. But I am doing a sketch from George Perez that was just announced a couple of days ago. It's already in the mail. My book is already headed to Sarasota. So I am one of the 75, I think it was limited to 75 or 73 people that will get a full-blown sketch. And I'm just like, I'm kind of excited for that. George Perez is the man. Stephanie and I got to actually have dinner with him in Secaucus, New Jersey, when he was announcing his retirement from public events, and it was awesome. It ended up not just being George Perez there, but Jim Starlin, Joel Rubinstein, and Ron Lim as well, and Ron Lim's son, and George Perez's wife was there. And it was, I don't want to say it's quite intimate, but it was very personal. You got to actually bump elbows with these guys. They did like a panel type discussion, and then they went around the room with any questions, and then afterwards we all ate, and George Perez walked table to table and gave free autographs. With the ticket, you got 3 autographs. So I was able to, and I actually forgot one. So, between Stephanie and I, we could have got 6 signatures, but we got 4 total. Like, I had 2 items, and she had 2 items. So it was like, whatever. I was just like in a rush to get out of the hotel room and down to the event, that like I forgot the other 2 books that I had set aside. I didn't put them inside my little thing here to actually take them with. So that was a little embarrassing. We get there ready for signature time, and then I'm like, shit. I said I wasn't going to cuss in this. Whoops. Okay. Oh, well. All right. Okay. So basically the first book that I'm going to show off is actually from my buddy Damon that I was speaking about. He moved to Chicago to be a comic book artist. It's kind of a very rough sketch. Looks like he kind of changed his mind a couple of times on what Invisible Woman was going to look like. But let's see how good we can get this. I still think it turned out like really good. I'm very happy with it. It's kind of hard to see on the screen, but there's Human Torch a little bit. But the Human Torch is flying down the side, coming under Thing's fist, which is why it's so dark on the backside of his fist. And I like that Reed is having his hands stretch out and come down like that. I think it's a good showcase of what they are and everything. And then Damon's signature is right here on the Thing's shoulder. See if we can get that. It's just too bright. It's kind of hard to see, but Damon was a blast. Thank you, Damon. But this was the first one that I ever decided to get a commission on, and I will probably end up doing like a slab it yourself for all of them instead of just the one that I have currently in a comic skin slab it yourself. Okay, so second one. This one is also like very awesome to me. Stephanie and I was at a comic book convention in Lansing, and we met this guy. This is J.A. DeFoy. This guy is awesome. He had a bunch of paintings and prints of paintings for sale at the Comic-Con, and all of them were like a animal face, like wearing different outfits and stuff, and he had a sign like quick sketch $20. And Stephanie had been talking about for a long time wanting to get Remy, our ferret, drawn in a superhero like way, or style, right? So what we did is we went up to him and got his business. We had him draw Remy as Gambit, his namesake. He was named after the King of Thieves himself. So that was our first one, and it was beyond what we thought it could have been, right? It just blew us away. It was so good. So every time we saw Jay, which was like 4 times that year, we had him draw a new one. We had him draw Remy and Lily, which is our friend's ferret, together as Galactus and Silver Surfer. We had him draw them together as Cloak and Dagger. And then we had one drawn up of... Now we had 3. We had Reed, Ben, and Remy. Sorry. At the time. So we drew a Fantastic Four. And it was just a print, that he had done up for us. And I got to thinking, like, oh my god, why don't I have him do a ferret for me? So I kind of did this quick sketch of like how I kind of wanted the logo to look, and how it should be a ferret paw print, and he did the rest, and I know you don't know, but the likeness of the 4 he captured so well. Benjamin has since passed away, but we rescued these 2 ferrets, and they were very malnourished and very poor health. And Reed, he was like really thin and long, so I named him Reed. And Ben was like short and stocky, so just seemed like a Ben to me. So that's why they were drawn here of their namesakes. And I just think this turned out so well. Like, I absolutely love this. Let's see if I can get the glare off of it. But like, even Lily's mask that she has, is done so perfectly. It's like, it's slight anyway, her mask, but it's kind of not coming up on the screen there. But so this is J.A. DeFoy doing this one, which I think he lives over in the Detroit area of Michigan. I'm also from Michigan, but that's why like we saw him at all of the cons that we were going to. But still, such an awesome book. Absolutely love that this exists in my collection. And as far as prices, I don't remember. Like, I don't commit those things to memory, but regardless, even though it was my friend, I definitely paid him to do it because, I mean, that's what he does professionally. You have to support creativity and put forth, and anything that I appreciate is definitely valuable. You know, he spent time on that, and that's worth the money. This one I just saw on eBay. This was listed. Now I don't even know for sure. It's got GRP here, but I think it was like Gold Rose Productions or something like that. And it shipped from the UK, but I got this like dirt cheap. I thought, you know, far away, the likeness looks pretty good. Why is it Star-Lord? I hear you asking. But, I mean, that's my answer, too. Why is it Star-Lord? But yeah, I think Chris Pratt looks pretty good. And I think even the way that it's, like, made to look like a panel even looks pretty good. Sorry you're seeing yourself there. I just wonder, like, what is he even thinking about, you know? He looks so intent on something. But yeah, I think this was like $25 after shipping. So it's like, why would I not, right? When you're trying to collect like sketch covers. This was also one that I ended up finding on eBay, and I just kind of liked how it looked, honestly. Like, even though it seems very like do-it-yourself DIY. Excuse me. I still really liked it. Like, and again, it was not something that I had to pay a lot for. But the signature here says JLo 2020. I was able to actually find this exact book listed on Instagram, so I was able to find the artist, but I don't remember what his name actually is right now. So it's not Jennifer Lopez, which would just be insane, right? But regardless, happy to have it. Happy to add it to my collection. So I don't care if you're, a 100-year-old artist, like rest in peace Joe Sinnott, or a 8-year-old, well, even younger, 4-year-old, 5-year-old artist. If you want to do a Fantastic Four cover, I want it. So I mean, I might not be willing to shell out a bunch of money for it, but I'll keep a picture of it. Unless you want to send it to me, then I'll keep it. But this guy was awesome. I found this guy on Instagram. His @ is just @Marvel Tales, but Tales is like the animal tail. And like his posts are insane. He just posts every day. Every day it's a new character done like as an animal. And I was like, dude, please do a Fantastic Four book for me. And oh my god, when I saw this, when he posted this, dude, I was blown away. And this just came back so perfect. It looks way too good. And I thought for the longest time that this was just some young kid out and about trying to make it in the world, doing his art, having fun with it, being creative. We got talking back and forth, and I said, why do you have this affinity towards, making these Marvel characters into animals? And he's like, there's this there's this fantastic X-Men cover of Storm turning into a brood, and that just always stuck with me. Like it was compelling imagery, and he was drawn to it, and I was like, oh, is that why you make all of your mutants into insects? And he's like, well, I never even thought of that, but yeah, sure, maybe. But yeah, if you look at his YouTube, or not YouTube, Instagram page, you'll see all of the characters that he does. Any of them that are mutants are insects. I don't know, except for Namor, I guess. Namor, the marsupial. Marsupial? Yeah, the thing with a pouch. but yeah, it's an awesome Instagram page. It's an awesome artist. And then recently, I find out that this is Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas illustrated this. And it's not just any Mark Thomas. It's a Mark Thomas that worked at Marvel. I posted like Cage #2 that I have signed by the artist and writer, and then here he comes like, oh hey, I worked on that book. And I was like, you're that Mark Thomas? Mark Thomas. I'm sorry, it's late. You're that Mike Thomas? He's like, there's more than one? I just, that's kind of how that went. But, wow. I was just like, dang, dude, that's awesome. So I had no idea that he used to be professional and still killing it. I don't know if he does any professional work now or not, but he's killing it. And then this one is the first one that I actually had to put in a Slab It Yourself. I am a big Howard the Duck fan, and when I was looking at like online for people to commission books from, Val Merrick's name came up, and I had this whole thing planned where I was just going to have him draw one of the Fantastic Four, right? But being a Howard the Duck fan and having being able to speak directly to Howard the Duck's creator, I said, why don't we put forth this scenario? What if we say Mr. Fantastic just handed Howard the Duck a Fantastic Four uniform? You can either draw Howard the Duck in the uniform or have him just reacting to it. It's up to you. 100% up to you. Just what do you think the character would do, or what do you think Steve Gerber would have the character do? It's up to you. Whatever you want to do. No wrong answers. He's like, do you want Mr. Fantastic to be in it? And I said, that's up to you. If you want to do that, go for it. I will pay whatever price you tell me to. Yes, just I want the Val Merrick version of that scenario. And when this came back, I couldn't have been happier. Honestly, this thing looks so brilliant. Like it doesn't look like it's marker or that it's drawn on. It looks like this was just printed this way. Like it was oh, there we go. That's a good angle. This is just how it came off the press. Like it looks so good. I just couldn't get over it. And I love that I was able to, when I press it or slab it myself, I have the exact date because I could easily track down the email of us going back and forth to verify exactly what day it was completed. So September 29th, 2020. It's one of my favorite things that I own, honestly. Like, and I own Howard the Duck on Laserdisc, autographed by Ed Gale and Leah Thompson. So I kind of know what I'm talking about. All right, so here's the next one. So I was in this phase where I was like, not buying nothing else. I'm buying these commissions. I want and I want and I want. I've been watching so many listings on eBay, so many going so high. Like, I want a Joe Sinnott one so bad. I want a Joe Fantastic Four sketch cover. They exist. I know it. I've seen a couple of them on eBay. There's like one listed right now where it's like Silver Surfer, the whole character takes up the whole page, but it's like $3,000. There's no way, right? Or there's one by L. Milgram that's on eBay. It's been there for like a year probably. But it's a full body Silver Surfer as well. They just want so much for it. It'd be cheaper for me to just go to Al Milgram myself and be like, yo, bro, hook me up. I would assume. Because, like, Neil Adams is one that I've been really wanting to get. And just haven't been able to pull the trigger on it yet because... car breaking down or this or that, and I just really, really badly want a Fantastic Four sketch cover of Galactus from Neil Adams. I think that would be awesome. In which that's who George Perez is doing for me too, is a Galactus, because Galactus is my all-time favorite character ever. Hero, villain, whatever. He's my all-time. But okay, so this book here, without further ado, this is already a half an hour long. Wow. All right, so this one is from J.A. DeFoy. He's my boy now, after delivering 5 times, I was like, you know what? I reached out to him again, and I'm like, Jay, I want you to do another one for me, bro. He's like, people or animals this time. And I was like, I want you to do whatever you want to do. Like, just, you have full reign. Do whatever you want to do. People, yes, do people. Like, I want, if that's what you want to do. If you want to do squirrels, I don't care. Like, whatever you want to do. I want to pay you whatever you would charge for doing a full cover. And I want you to do it as if Marvel came to you and said, J.A. DeFoy, I want you to showcase your art on a Fantastic Four #1. What can you bring to this and give us a unique cover that nobody else is going to do? And I gotta say, this guy killed it. This guy killed it again. Look at the... Like, that's awesome, right? Like, oh my god. This is so amazing. This is so cool. So, of course, you have Dr. Doom's face. Close-up of Dr. Doom's face. With great detail. I love the way that it's hidden behind the logo. Like, I love it so much. But then you get into the eye. And you have all 4 of the Fantastic Four. Like, I mean, you really don't understand how small that is. But, like, Like, I don't even know how to showcase this, but oh my goodness, right? Like, to have 4 in the eye and with the fleshy skin tone of Doctor Doom around it. Like, it's just done so well. I absolutely love this. And I tell you right now, he does not charge enough. I would have paid probably double what he charged me for this. It's incredible. And I will tell you, I am not a fan of Doctor Doom. Like, I think Doctor Doom, I think the arrogance factor to it is just like, I don't care about him. But that's a freaking sweet cover. Like, I can appreciate the art, right? Alright, so next one here is one that I also, I bought off of eBay. So here's my certificate of authenticity from, is it Angel Alvarez? Yeah, Angel Alvarez. Okay. So this is a recreation of the Fantastic Four #1 cover. It's pretty much one for one. Some slight differences, but yeah, I mean, slight is keyword there. Alright, try to get as much detail of the book in here as possible. There's so much glare. I keep it bright in here, you know. And it says here, you know, Angel Alvarez after Kirby. Whew. Kind of hard to see. But signatures are important to me as well. Like, I appreciate a good signature. Alright, so this one is actually the first one that's a wraparound that I did the same thing for this one, where I reached out to a person that I follow on Instagram. I do believe that this is not a professional artist, but I really like what they do. You know, they have posted quite a few different sketch covers. Like, they do pinups, like amazing pinup work. You know, so I reached out and asked, you know, I said, if Marvel came to you and said, hey, we want you to do a Fantastic Four cover for us, would you be interested? And you said yes. What would you do? What would you put on here to showcase your art? And this is Ray Ace DeVito, I think, or is the name Ace DeVito or something. If I say it wrong, I'm sorry, but I'll tag the account that did it in the comment or in the information below. But they went all out and they did front and back for me. Just great job. I love the blending of the color, like it's just amazing. It really is. It looks like it's printed on there too, especially the thing. Like everybody on there was talking about like the coloring job on the thing and how the thing looks. And I can't wait to get a slab it yourself for this, so I can actually show off both sides of the book on a normal basis without having to rip into the plastic. And then I was looking through Facebook one day, and I see that Joe Rubenstein posted a comment on somebody's thing like just while it was on the page. Like, it popped right up and said, like, 1 second ago. And I was like, oh my god. So I messaged him right away, and I was like, hey, can I hire you for a commission for a Fantastic Four page, or for a Fantastic Four cover? And we got to talking, and sure enough, we agreed. I told him basically he got to choose the character, because I feel like as an artist, you produce the best work when it's something that you at least like. I don't know if Joe Rubinstein necessarily likes the Fantastic Four, per se. But, within that confines, I said, you have free reign to do any character or any villain. Like, who would you be interested in doing? And he said, well, I would like to do the Thing. And he gave me his prices and color or black and white. And at the prices, I was like, I think I want to do 3/4 character in full color. And he messages me back with this beauty. I didn't expect to get a background at all, so just having this extra splash of background meant a lot to me. But this is hand-drawn and colored by the man, the legend, Joe Rubinstein. And it's signed down here on this corner. Let's see if I can get that. Can kind of see it. But in the messages after he completed it, he was like, I know you said 3/4 scale, but when I was drawing it, I just wanted it to be more complete, so I upgraded you to full character at no additional charge. And I think that's because I gave him that free reign, right? If I asked him to draw Howard the Duck, he probably would have left the feet off or the legs off because he doesn't care about that character, or the Punisher. Insert any character name there that he doesn't appreciate. I don't know the man enough to speak on his preferences, but I think by giving him the choice to do the Thing, or to pick his character, made it so that he gave me this upgrade of basically just this foot, right? That's the only difference between a full character on this particular pose, right? You cut it off at the knee, so it's just not have these two toes, or like this part of the foot, like, you know what I mean? But I feel like he did that because he just wanted to have the art be the best thing, right? Even though, I fell short because I didn't necessarily feel like I needed a full figure. But in the process of him actually sitting down and enjoying himself in the process, he was just like, you know what? F it, I'm putting feet on this guy. It just will look a lot better. So I appreciate that. And very thankful for it. So there's that. So I have 3 more, but I only have 2 on my table. The problem is I have 14. I got way more than 14, I think. Anyway, I have tons of these comic book bins here. I have no idea right now where my last one is, my last sketch. And it's driving me nuts because it's a doozy. But I'll go through these last 2 real quick and then talk a little bit about that last one, which I'm ashamed to say. I don't know where it's at. Alright, well, this one was also purchased off of eBay. But this one is Al Bigley, I think is what it is. Al Bigley. Oh, I think that was a gunshot outside. We kind of live in the ghetto, so that's a thing. Al Bigley. And with it being Mr. Fantastic, I was like, you know what? I kind of like it. I just heard another shot, so if you hear that, I'm sorry. Hopefully you're not hearing it. But, like, I don't really... I'm not super fond of like, this art style. I don't know what you would necessarily call it. But I think at a distance it looks really good. Like, I just appreciate it, though. And it's my boy Reed, so I like it. And it wasn't necessarily very much money either. And he, from my understanding, he is a professional artist as well. But I didn't recognize the name. Okay, maybe it's Fireworks. I don't know. It's hard telling. Oh, kind of ruined that, didn't I? Oh well. Okay, so this one is yet again J.A. DeFoy. Sorry. And I've been thinking about him again. I'm like, man, I need these Comic Cons to open back up so I can get more J.A. DeFoy stuff. But I mean, it's killer. I'm like, I'm a spaz when it comes to Fantastic Four, where I'm like, you know what? I want to have a cover of Ian Garfond as Mr. Fantastic. I want to have Chris Evans as as Human Torch. I want to have a Jessica Alba as Invisible Woman and a Michael Chiklis as the Thing. I want to have like a cover of I want to have one made of the Mr. Fantastic from Fantastic Four World's Greatest Heroes. That cartoon is so amazing, and the voice actor that does it, I want to have like a side by side, or like have the portrait of the voice actor be the main, and then like the character model or something at the bottom or whatever. But like every interpretation of the four, I want to have it, right? So I heard that Chris Evans was going to be doing signings at CGC, and I was like, oh my god, Jay, please do this right now. I want to get this signed by Chris Evans. I want to like get it back, send it to Chris Evans, have him sign it. I did not, like, the Chris Evans event sold out right away. So like there was no way for me to actually like purchase from Jay, send Jay the book, get the book back, even if he did it like in a day or 2 days or what. Like, I don't know how fast he does it. It's just I get it back when he's done. But even if I asked him like, hey, please speed through, I don't know what the process would even be, but get it back, then place the order at CGC and send it out, right? Like I was way late, so this did not make its way over to get in Chris Evans' hands to have him sign it, but again, J.A. DeFoy. Like, what's really funny about this is I have pictures of this where it's just pencil before he did any of the black to ink it, and he was like, I kind of feel like I should stop here. Do you really want this inked? And I was like, if you want to stop there, I totally 100% understand. I will not be upset. But in my mind, I envisioned it as inked. Yes, I would like you to go that route. And then he sends me the final picture of it, and he's like, I think I might have went a little overboard on the ink. Like, maybe, but I think it looks fucking cool. Like, I just cannot stop cussing. Sorry. I think it looks great, man. I really enjoy it. I think it looks good. Don't worry about you feel like you did too much. You didn't. It's cool with me. And then, so, a lot of time, well, this is going to be my second time in a row talking about Torpedo Comics, but like, I used to go to so many Torpedo live sales with Las Vegas and Orange County, but but Las Vegas, they're my homeboys. And Vic, dude, like, I really like Vic. He's a cool guy. And, like, they had an event where it was Arthur Sudam, Renee Whitstatter, and Michael Golden were there. They were selling prints, doing remarks for people, and the whole nine. They were doing like a live sale, and it was all books from those guys, so you could like buy the book, get it signed, send it to CGC, or you could get a remark done and not send it to CGC, but they were doing that option, and I was there the whole time, the whole show. It might have been 2 hours, 3 hours, I don't know. But like, I'm talking in the chat. Vic is behind the camera. He sees me messaging, and being very active in the chat. And but I didn't spend any money. I was like, I don't have much money to spend this time, but I mean, I didn't tell him that, but like, so I was trying to, everything that I wanted, I was like fighting my way through not purchasing it, and then other people would bid, so I got lucky. And Canon was running the show, and Vic calls me out eventually. He's like, hey, there's 10 minutes left in this show. Karkom, how come you're in this chat and you haven't bought anything? I've seen you all day, bro. You want to spend some money? Let's do it. What do you want? And I said, Vic, if you got a Fantastic Four blank, I will buy that and get a remark by all three right now. And Renee Whitstatter, she's a writer. She doesn't sketch. So her remarks that she was doing were stick figures, but I was like, there's three of them there, like, just to do this collage piece would just be really cool, right? And it's not too much money. Like, it's not ridiculous, right? It's like $60 for the two guys, and I think her remark was like $30 or something. And so a remark, if you don't know, is just like a quick sketch with a Sharpie. Very little detail. It's like 3 minutes, 5 minutes tops, right? But because there's three people doing it, I knew it was not going to be as high detailed, right? So because everybody needs their own space. But later, I get this picture from Vic. And, okay, so I'm getting ahead of myself in the story here. So I tell Vic, like, hey, you find this, I'll do this. And they're like, let's see if we have one. And, like, a minute later, they're like, all right, it's right here. Here it is. And I was like, damn, okay, well, I guess I gotta bite the bullet and do this, right? So I was like, there's three of them. This is what I want, Canon. I want Arthur Sudam to do the Human Torch. I want Michael Golden to draw the Thing. And I want Renee Whitstatter to do Mr. Fantastic. And Canon was like, so where's Invisible Woman? Oh yeah, she's there, but she's invisible. And I was like, yeah, you got where I was going with that. Yeah, so like they kind of joked about it. So I was like, okay, cool. They're on the same page where you're picking up what I'm putting down, So, whatever, an hour or 2 hours goes by, the show's over. There was only 10 minutes left in the show, like I said. So I didn't get to see them illustrate it or sign it or anything. But when I got the picture back from Vic, I was blown away. These are not remarks. These are full-blown sketches. And I guess word on the street was Renee was only hired to do 2 remarks the whole day. So, like, because, they were showcasing it, it's like literally a stick figure. Like, it wasn't, something to really be sought after, I guess. But to me, I see value in it, even regardless. Because, like I said, it doesn't matter to me what your level is, but talent needs to be appreciated, and big deal. But she draws a full-on sketch of Mr. Fantastic, and it's his whole upper body, and his arms are like going up and spinning around, like make this weird X shape above his head. And Michael Golden draws the thing directly to Mr. Fantastic's right, or to his left. That's the left, believe it or not. And with the thing like making a weird face and pointing at it. And then Arthur Suidam draws Human Torch looking off page to the right. And I'm just like, I'm blown away. I'm like, oh my God, this thing looks so great. Like, did she really draw all of that? He's like, yeah, she really drew that. And because I was the last one of the day, she just put in extra effort. And I guess Renee and Michael Golden had worked on this. Well, maybe not Renee. I don't know for 100% that Renee worked on it. But Michael Golden did this what if book. What if the Invisible Woman had died? And they just recreated that cover for me, minus the Invisible Woman in a casket below them. But Renee drew Mr. Fantastic from that cover as Michael Golden's Mr. Fantastic would have been on that cover. So it's basically a what if Invisible Woman had died cover remake that, like, I didn't even plan for or ask for. I just said, hey guys, do this, and I was blown away. These guys are incredible. If somebody tells you not to meet your heroes and your heroes are comic book people, meet them. They're some of the greatest people I've ever met, most giving people. Very cool, very understanding, and I'm outgoing anyway, so I mean I can get along with anybody. I don't hate anybody unless you absolutely give me a reason to. But I'm just blown away by the generosity of Joe Rubinstein, the talent of J.A. Defoe. And I'm happy as a clam to have these pieces in my collection. I know that they are one of one, 100% unique. I don't think anybody is going to be asking Val Merrick to draw Howard the Duck on a Fantastic Four comic, but I did. So I'm like happy as a clam with it. And I guess on that note, I'm going to stop this because I could just talk all day, all night. I love the Fantastic Four. I love meeting comic book people. I love getting my comic book poster signed. It's just great. And that's another reason why I think I bought that over the Torpedo Con, is that I've met all three of those people before. Like Arthur Suidam, Michael Golden, and Renee Witterstetter are all on the poster already, which is like my one item that I want to get everybody to sign. I can't not talk about that darn poster. Sorry. Okay. All right. So with that, I will say thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening to me ramble about Fantastic Four comics and a very small stack of books that I have in my collection. I hope you want to come back and see more of Mr. Hearse and what I have to bring to the table. Thank you for stopping by, YouTube. Peace.